All right, first things first, truckie etiquette. Here we go, got my little notes here. Okay, speeding up when overtaking. I don't need this. Yeah, now speeding up when overtaking, right? Now, whenever I get overtaken by another truck, I'm like, okay, well, I'm capped at 100. Some drivers want to go a little bit faster, or maybe I'm going slow up a hill or something, whatever. But when I'm on a straight and I'm traveling and there's a truck beside me overtaking me, what I do is I actually slow down to about 90. So go down to 90, get him past as quick as possible, get him over, get him out of the way. Because there's nothing worse than sitting beside a truck for like 10 Ks as you're trying to smash it past him, but you just can't get that go. So if you ever come into that situation, maybe think about slowing down a little bit, let him pass, let him pull over. All right, way bridges. Now, I cop this a lot, and if you got the UHF radio on, whether it's channel 29 or channel 40, you hear a lot of truckies go off about it. Now, if you're going down to through a weighbridge, something like Mount White or Marulan, Mount White can be a bad one. But basically, when it says do 80, do 80. When it says do 60, do 60. Don't go down to 20 Ks and just slowly putt through. Because when you start doing that, all the trucks start building up behind you. Everyone's struggling to get past. You've got to leave a gap between trucks so the cameras can get you. Otherwise, you get fined or you get pulled in. So try and keep it flowing. Keep it going as fast as possible. Right. Now, if I flash you when you're overtaken and let you in, just give the blinkers a few blinks. Let me know that, all right, thanks, mate. Thanks for letting me in. And, you know, we're all happy. Now, if you're at a servo and you're fueling up and there's trucks behind you at the bows, they want to come in too and fuel up, it's not hard. Just have a bit of courtesy, fuel up your truck, hop in, pull forward so the other truck can get in. He can fuel up while you're in there paying. That way, when you're paying, you can come out, jump in, take off. You know, it just makes life a lot easier for us truckies. And as you know, a lot of us truckies are on kilometre rate, or we're trying to get places before they shut, things like that. And it does get frustrating when we're on a tight schedule. Traffic, you know, obviously, you know, the M7, the M2 in Sydney, you know, the M1 on the Gold Coast, Logan Motorway, you know, down in Melbourne on the Ring Road, stuff like that. Traffic can be pretty bad, and you can put a lot of time on your trip, especially when you get paid per kilometre. So the slower you go, the less you get paid. Then your logbook runs out, you can't go any further. So you lose money for the day. And remember, we're all just trying to make money for our family. So one other thing I wanted to talk about also, let me put this up. All right. Now, if you're a caravan driver, caravan drivers give truck drivers the shits. Now, it's not necessarily that we don't like you, but the thing is, and this happens all the time, and I look, and when I see a caravan, I just know it's going to happen. Right. Now, you'll be looking outside your side mirror. You'll be looking. There's no one around for miles. No car around. You'll be coming up behind a caravan that's doing 90 in the 100 zone. You're like, that's all right. We can just overtake. But as soon as you come up behind the caravan and you know you're going to get slowed down, you look to your side mirror and there's cars as far as the eye can see, and you cannot get past. And I don't know why, if that's just a coincidence, it just happened, I don't know. But for some reason, the universe seems to think, let's screw him over. And it's the most frustrating thing you can think of. Now, also, another thing. Now, I posted a reel on my page the other day about Mount White. Somebody had to pull over and, you know, pretty much lay a cable on the side of the road. Look, I get it, man. Like, if you need to go, you need to go. And sometimes it can just come on and you can't hold it. And, you know, it's like a bloody turtleneck coming out your butt crack, and you're like, shit, it's coming. Oh, no pun intended, but shit, it's coming. And, you know, you're getting a bit stressed and you're starting to freak out and you can't hold it and you don't want to shit all through your truck. So there are occasions where that happens. You have to do it. But if you can, try and keep it a bit discreet. Don't just chuck all your shitty paper all over the side of the road, because it is feral. And if you pull up at truck stops, please try and just put all your rubbish in the bin. You know, trying to do trying to do some good, because we do sleep here. People dump food, it stinks, it pulls in all the critters and the wildlife and whatever. So try and chuck it in the bin. You know, let's make Australia clean. All right, now, one other thing I want to talk about, which is a bit of a different subject. Now, it gets a bit hard, me trying to film and really do something with trucking and pretty much recording stuff that I'm doing out on the road. Now, the reason why is because, as I've said before, not that I'm really having a go at my company about it, because I do understand some companies do have social media policies and they can be pretty strict. But it's hard because I love my company. Work is good, they pay good, and I know the company, I know my loads like the back of my hand, and I wanted to stay here for the rest of my life, and I still do, because there is a ladder that you can climb where you can really become somebody in the company. Now, the problem is social media, basically recording and kind of showcasing what the trucking industry is out on the road. More about the fun side of trucking and what it's like out there pulling up, you know, in the middle of summer, you know, getting out. I mean, there's been truckies out there that I've seen who even they'll pull up somewhere way out west and they got this little thing, like a tent. They'll just hook it up the side of their truck, and basically they've got one of those big black bladders. So it's full of water. They'll hang it up. They'll have a shower on the side of their truck, and they're all fresh. They get in. Sometimes truckies will even have a little campfire, have a couple of beers and beside their truck, and, you know, maybe even chuck on a barbecue. And, you know, that's real camping. I love that. You know, then truckies come up, you have chats, and, you know, that's where you become part of the community, you know, the trucking community. So there's a lot more to trucking than people actually realise, and how fun it can actually be. But I want to showcase more of that. I want to meet up with people out on the road. I want to have chats and talk about the industry experiences, this and that. And it is hard when I have to try and do it without showing the logos of my company and trying not to, like, you know, reveal it, even though a lot of people already know who I work for, because I have made a lot of friends from all over Australia, and a lot of people that, you know, like you got John that owns the page Road Trains Australia, Road Train Adventures. He's an absolute top bloke driving his 9.0 road trains. You know, you got other social medias. One person I haven't met yet and haven't really chatted to his Tones trucking stories. Would love to have a chat with him wherever he is in his camp around Australia. But yeah, but I think he's back in the trucks now from what I last seen. But yeah, I'd love to have a chat with him and a lot of other people. But I want to be able to show my truck, and I want to actually show, you know, pre-start checks and you know, checking tyres, and, you know, even some type of tutorial videos for young'uns that are coming into the industry. I mean, I'm only 36, so technically I'm still young when it comes to industry, because even though I'm 36 and I've been driving trucks about 10 years already, I've still got a lot to learn, and I admit that. But yeah, but it's what I want to do, and I want to set up GoPros and kind of have like an outback truckers type of feel, and, you know, kind of staying out of the outback, but more regional and even city driving, stuff like that. Show people what it's like. But it does get hard with my company. I even had NHVR pull me in, guys at Marul and Southbound. They pulled me in the other day, and it was last week it was, and the guy recognised my voice. I don't think he recognised my face, but he recognised my voice, the inspector. And I had a good chat with him, and I think the guy come out of the office, didn't have a vest on, he just had like his uniform, so he mustn't really go out in the pad, he must be doing other stuff. But he had a chat to me, and he was saying I should contact the media department of NHVR and basically have a chat with them, and because I do, my reels and my videos do get a lot of following, like a lot of traction, and they do have the reach, they get out there. So, you know, like from a lot of other people that do trucking videos, mine is without a doubt the most popular because they get out there. Maybe I've figured out the algorithm, maybe people like to watch it. I mean, I do get a lot of whingers on here, a lot of Karens and Daves, but yeah, so you know, maybe that's why. But I'd love to sit down with NHVR and have a good chat with them and, you know, talk to them about regulations and how people believe it's over-regulated in the industry and all this and that, and find out what we can do to all work together and make life easier, get a bit of the heat off us. But, yeah, but so, like I said, I wanted to do all that, but it does get hard with my company. So I've got two options, kind of limit my trucking videos to just basically what I'm doing now, which can kind of get old, or try and find a company that can actually take me on, obviously work and make the company money, but also, you know, use me and my reach to showcase their company and their fleet, and all that type of stuff. I mean, hey, SRV, if they had a Sydney base, oh, that'd be amazing. They've got beautiful trucks, and I've seen a lot of their social media stuff, and I think it was their office I've seen, which is done up pretty, you know, bling bling, looked pretty good. So it seems like they've got a good personality, good energy there. But, you know, other places like that. So it's either find another trucking company to work for, which would be very hard because I love my company, but I do want to follow the social media side a lot more. But also I am in the mix of chasing some reality TV shows. I mean, you got Outback Truckers that I can apply for. Never really done Outback Trucking, and I don't know what the schedule would be like working up there in the Outback, because basically, I mean, my family can't leave Sydney. But yeah, I don't know, maybe, no, I don't know, maybe I'll look into it and figure out something, maybe look at the companies and stuff like that. Or I can create my own Outback Truckers, my own Outback Trucking production company, you know, Outback Truckers, but instead of being Outback Truckers, it could be Out Regional Truckers, Out Country Truckers, Country City Truckers, Dickhead Truckers. I don't know, I'll figure something out. But I am also interested in going to Big Brother. Big Brother would be good. That'd be, oh, I could showcase my personality there. That'd be great. But, yeah, we'll see what happens. But, I do have a goal in life, and, you know, I am trying my hardest to follow certain goals and trying to get to where I want to be. It is getting hard though. Trying to work, trying to support my family, also trying to keep up the social media stuff while also following company social media policies, and you know, it does get hard, but I am working towards it. I am making contacts, and put it this way, when I'm devoted and dedicated to something, I get devoted and dedicated. So I will make something happen. So we'll see what happens, but I can't say how long it'll take, but something will happen and something will take off. Now, finally, I get a lot of positive feedback and comments on the videos and reels and that. I can understand that they're not basically like they used to be back in the day, where I done all my characters and all this and stuff like that. And it does come down to a lot of the social media policy with my company, which is why I've calmed down a lot on that, because I got in trouble. But which like I said, I understand. They're protecting the company and stuff like that. But I do get a lot of good feedback. I meet a lot of truckies out there. Yeah, I met a trucker the other day up at Hexham, stuck in traffic. Worked for Borges, I think it's pronounced Borges of Cranes. He was a top bloke. You know, I've met a lot of truckies up at Ballina, all over the joint, really. Funny thing is, though, most of them recognise my voice before they recognise my face, which is funny. But yeah, but I do get a lot of good comments and a lot of good feedback and stuff like that. But I also do get a lot of dickheads writing stupid shit on the comments. Now, if you go through me comments and have a look at some, there are a specific few kind of people that, I don't know, maybe they're just sad in life. Maybe they're just, I don't know, I don't get it. It's like they got to ridicule and criticise and always got to be negative. Now, I'm just out here trying to be happy, trying to be positive, trying to, you know, do something with my life, you know, instead of just sitting in a truck and just driving. It does get boring. The fatigue kicks in. And so trying to make something out of it. But if you got nothing nice to say, go away. You know, or just keep watching the video so I get the views up, and hey, it's good with me. But you're never going to get me down. You know, life's been tough, you know, in the past, and you know, sometimes we hit rock bottom. But when you think about it, life's pretty good. Life's pretty good. So anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll keep you updated with what I've got going on out there and what's coming up and what I'm moving towards. But like I said, also, if you're a big trucking company out there, maybe you have something to offer me, maybe a job, maybe, you know, maybe there's something going on, you know, like, you know, where I could kind of broaden my social media and, you know, showcasing the transport industry and trucking that, you know, might give me a bit more freedom. You know, message me, see what you got to offer. All I know is I'm a good truckie, I'm a happy truckie, my morale is high, and I just love life. So